Hey everybody, what's going on? Jerome here along with...
Me, Mario.
Well, no, it's Tootie. And anyway, for you guys, the Jerome and Ryan Show. Now, here's the catch. Unfortunately, I'm up in New Jersey, so I couldn't record this with Ryan, XRPMX13. But the funny part is, Tootie's first name is Ryan. So, but it actually is. So, I guess it's still the Jerome and Ryan Show. Just different host for this weekend. Ryan will be back next weekend, so... Hi, Ryan. Other Ryan.
Hi,
you're still Ryan, but hi.
Ryan. This is complicated. This is really complicated.
This is where things get a little weird.
Kinda
But
weird.
either way, everybody, we have an exciting episode for you all today. We're going to be talking about adventure-style sandbox games that include games just like Minecraft, all the way to Ark Survival, and including a new one that Tootie's been playing, if you want to explain a little bit more about.
Planet Explorers.
That's right. So we're going to be talking about all those types of games, what makes them so special, what really grabs at people's attention when it comes to these games, and why they're so wildly popular nowadays.
That's very true. I mean, to be fair, that's probably my favorite genre of game because, you know, sandbox, survival games, adventure, you have the entire world at your fingertips. You can create, explore, do whatever you want to do.
Well, I think that's the key to what you just said, is that it's not so much you have the entire world at your fingertips, but I like when you said as well that you can create. And I think that's the biggest thing that sells people on these things. At least for me personally, I know I used to play shooter games all the time. The one game that grabbed my attention the most was Halo 3. And it wasn't the fact that it was just a shooter game, whatever, and I'm in no way, shape, or form classifying Halo as a sandbox game. But what I am saying is that their Forge mode opened up the ideas of creativity, and ever since then, I actually started getting attached to games and playing them for sometimes years on end.
Right.
I mean, actually, though, Halo was the game that did that for me.
I remember that, spending hours upon hours on
So Halo is a great sandbox game.
Yeah, it
No,
was. Halo's...
Although I think they actually did start calling their Forge mode Sandbox mode.
No
or something.
way.
Or maybe no,
No.
they had a map called Sandbox, and it was supposed
Okay.
to be like basically, yeah.
Just a box of sand?
That actually was though.
So, out of curiosity, what do you think is your all-time favorite, excluding Minecraft, favorite?
Halo. I'm just playing around, buddy.
Okay.
I'm just trying to rile up the fans here.
Yeah.
No, but my all-time favorite sandbox game besides Minecraft.
Yes, that would probably be the question.
Now, if I had to pick one, it's a little tough, because at the moment, the one that I'm enjoying the most besides Minecraft, just in the moment, I am enjoying Roblox a lot. I do actually find a lot of fun in that. There's some creativity behind it, but I just started like a week ago, so I can in no way, shape, or form say that like this is like a game that I'm like playing a lot. Would you classify Spore as one of those?
Ooh,
It's interesting, right? I mean,
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess so if you want to.
I mean, it's got some sandbox. So, like, let me put it this way. When you're in the beginning stages, sure, it's not. Like, you can change up your character, your creature, as it's called, do sorts of things like that. But once you get to the space stage, it becomes more sandbox-esque. Because you can, like, attach different types of terraforming things to your spaceship. You can adjust not just the environment, but also, like, regions of a planet as well, mountains.
Right.
You can even go down to adding trees. And as far as I'm concerned, that quickly transforms into a sandbox game.
I mean, yeah, fair enough.
I don't know.
It fills all of the necessary requirements to be an open world sandbox game.
And what about you besides Minecraft?
I mean, it's as weird as it's gonna be. I mean, it has to be Terraria.
Really?
Right. I mean, Terraria,
It's a good game.
I love Terraria. I remember the reason I got so into it is because it came out. I remember I started playing it when it came out on the Xbox, meaning my friends and I could both local co-op play the game together.
Okay,
So we got it
that makes
and
sense.
we played it all night that one night, and we just played that game so much because I remember being able to just the 2D pixel art graphics of it, being able to explore, build, mine, create was the coolest aspect.
And I think the one thing that sets Terraria apart from every other sandbox game out there, I shouldn't say everyone, but a lot of them, is that it is 2D. You normally don't see a sandbox-style game in 2 dimensions because that kind of defeats the purpose of the sandbox. But,
Exactly.
But it still falls in that category.
Right? I mean, so both of us have our own ideas of it, which are 2 completely different games, but they still fall in the category. That's where I think sandbox open world is such a unique and amazing category because so many different genres and games fall into that category.
By the way, I love that bow tie. It really looks
like
it's a
that
nice
bow tie?
formal bow tie. Yeah, it looks
Right.
good. Yeah. Makes you look like a real host right
That's
there.
right. I'm a real host with my bow tie
The
and
hostess with the mostest.
the hostess mostest bow tie.
No, but I agree. I think that's one thing that's super interesting about it. But without deferring from the topic, because I feel like even though, yes, we know a lot about Minecraft, so we're trying to defer from it, you can't not mention Minecraft in this because it really... I mean, relatively speaking, is probably the biggest sandbox game of all time.
Yeah, probably,
Yeah.
most likely.
Yeah, just going on a hunch here. So Minecraft as a whole, I think the one thing that really made Minecraft grow to that popularity in terms of sandbox games is that it wasn't just about the different types of creativity that you could have within the game's mechanics itself, but the fact that they had an open source code pretty much so that you could mod the game however you wanted. You could have different servers pop up with plugins. So like by the time we're done playing Minecraft, people ask us, how do you, I get asked this a lot actually from like real life friends. They're like, how do you play the same game and have fun with it for like 5 years straight? It's because honestly, like, I don't even feel like I'm playing Minecraft anymore. Like when I play Pixelmon, that's a Pokemon in Minecraft kind of thing. I'm really not playing Minecraft. It's kind of like the platform through which it's played. It's almost like saying like, how do you play Xbox for 5 years straight? Well, because Xbox has like a billion games on it. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
It's the same kind of concept. Really.
Exactly, because there's so many different mods and creation. And again, that's where it comes into the sandbox. That's where it comes into the creation. While it's kind of like you're changing the game, but it's still, I would say, sandbox, where you're creating new things, and that's why I feel like sandbox you can get the most. What, playability, is that the word I'm thinking
Yeah,
of?
we can go with playability, sure.
Playability, you can get the most time spent on a game. It's just sandbox, because let's be honest, Minecraft is the game we've played the most.
Oh, for sure. Out of my entire life, I've probably... I mean, let me think. If I've averaged about 3 hours a day, every single day, since 2012, the end of it, so I guess we'll do 13, 14, 15, 16. So for 4 years, you get the hunch here. It's probably close to like 5,000 hours. Probably about 5,000. Because that was just when I started doing it 3 hours a day. But keep in mind, there are days I play for like 7 hours a day. Mm-hmm. And I did play before 2012. I just didn't film it as much. So...
That's actually crazy to think about. That's crazy to think about.
Yeah, it's kind of scary, actually. I don't really want to think about this anymore.
That's
a lot of time.
No, I don't know what I'm talking about. But
that's a lot of time. But yeah, no. So for me, I have a huge attachment, obviously, to sandbox games, as does 2D as well. And 2D, in terms of ones that are like just coming out and stuff like that, to touch upon some of them, tell me a little about Planet Explorers, and then maybe we could also talk about No Man's Sky and why No Man's Sky kind of... I mean, it didn't. I don't want to say it flopped, but it kind of flopped.
Yeah, kind of. So
I mean, yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I feel like with today's, I guess, modern technology and everything, there's so many new games being brought out, and I feel like a lot of them are falling under the category of the open world sandbox games, because I feel like that genre is becoming very popular. So a lot of those are coming out. Starbound, No Man's Sky, Planet Explorers. So let me go ahead and talk more about Planet Explorers, which is a game that I've recently started playing, which is so much fun. It's a mixture of... Oh, and Ark Survival. How could I forget that one?
Oh, Ark Survival is a great... Have you started playing that?
I have played that. It's much fun.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
Anyways, though, Planet Explorers is like a perfect mixture of No Man's Sky, Ark Survival, Minecraft, and Banana Man. So the way that...
Great. I love that last part there.
Banana Man. So the game has a story mode, which makes it so much more interesting, because you have the story mode, you have like crafting recipes, you have merchants, you have quests, you have villagers you can talk to. So the game starts off with you like crash landing into a planet, and you have to do all these quests and everything, but you can also just go do your own thing. So you can go and you can mine into caves, you can go get iron, you can make your own vehicles. And by making your own vehicles, I mean you can literally build them from the ground up with everything, the wheels, the little rotary thingies up there, and the little doomahaki, the
flux capacitor.
The flux capacitor to go back in time.
Okay.
So it's cool. I mean, you can do almost anything in it. That's why I feel like sandbox games are just my favorite time.
Yeah, and you touched upon an interesting thing about it too, is that a lot of sandbox games, they had this misconception about them that they literally are this open landscape, you can do whatever you want and that's it. But the one thing I like is when they throw at you some kind of quest, adventure camp, just something to like keep you on track, even if you don't want to follow it. Like Minecraft, for instance, you don't have to follow it, but technically you're supposed to go ahead, get diamonds, use the diamonds to get obsidian, use the obsidian, go to the nether, beat the nether fortress by getting blazes, use the blaze powders, combined with ender pearls to find the end dungeon, go to the end, beat the ender dragon, you beat the game. You don't have to do it. Not many people do it, but it's still there. There's still a structure to it. There's still, and there's not side quests, but side things to do. So like you could fight the Wither, for instance. That's an added boss that really you don't need to do. You can just do it. You can also go ahead and trade with villagers.
Exactly.
You can even breed villagers. You can start your own farms. I mean, that's what I like. Is I like games where like, yes, you have the option to do anything, but in case you ever don't know what to do, there's a direction that you can follow if you choose to.
That's why I feel like, I mean, sandbox games always have that option where you can, hey, you can, you know, follow the storyline if you want, but don't worry about that. Go exploring, go do your own thing. For example, Ark Survival. I mean, it kind of has like a thing you can follow, but nobody does it. It's all about riding dinosaurs. I mean, dinosaurs, building freaking castles in the sky, riding freaking flying dinosaurs.
That's one thing I haven't really actually done to it. I haven't played much of Ark Survival at all, really. No. Like,
that's kind of a shame. You need to play.
I know. I hear it's amazing, and I've played like this much, but I really haven't gotten like submersed into it. It's very similar to Minecraft, or even this. Oh, here's another interesting one. So even though Stranded Deep has a little bit of a storyline, you know, but at the end of the day, it kind of is Sandbox. I mean, it really is.
I mean, yeah, you know what? We can go there.
I was saying it's like, not really, but that's pushing it. We'll say like Stranded Deep's pushing it. But I get the feeling it's very similar to that, except with dinosaurs that you could tame and make your own land and, you know, do whatever.
So looking at it this way, you have, you know, No Man's Sky, which a lot of people didn't like. A lot of people said it was a flop, but it was a beautiful game. You got to explore. There's so many things to it. Why do you think that flopped and say Ark Survival was a good game? What do you think makes a sandbox adventure successful? What do you think makes them good? What makes people attached to them?
So this isn't the case with everyone, but personally, I feel that a sandbox game isn't complete unless you can really share that sandbox with someone else. So I feel like No Man's Sky didn't do that good of a job of allowing you to incorporate other people into your game, show off your worlds, things like that. I mean, granted, yes, you can, but no, you can't. You know, it's not really. I just feel like there was a big disconnect there. Versus Minecraft is as easy as I make a cool world. I could either A, set up a LAN world and invite you. I could B, take the world save and just upload it to God knows what website so you can download it. Or C, I can make a server, do that. Or even D, you could use realms and you could literally just click on a button, add someone to your Minecraft realm. And the point is, all these games make it so easy for you to share what you've built or share that experience with someone else. And I feel like that was made very difficult in No Man's Sky. That, for me, makes a sandbox game. What's the point of building something if you can't share it with the people you want to share it with?
I feel like you've added a perfect point with that. What is the point of creating something if you can't share it with the people around you? You can't share it with friends, people online. I feel like that's why we like building things. We like to share it with people. We like to have that. I mean, that's why I got the Terraria at the first thing, so I could play the game with my friends. Same with you with Forge. I bet you wanted to play the Warthog jumping game with all your friends.
Oh, are you kidding? Yeah, it's not like I was sitting there in Forge making maps for myself going, yeah, I can't wait till I can look at this later. Like, no, like, I was making the maps so that me and my friends, like, later that weekend could have, like, I would start Monday, and by Friday I would have, I mean, they were pretty bad maps, dude. They were awful. But they still played very fun. Like, I'd be doing there, and I'd be, like, thinking, like, in my head, I'm like, okay, so my one friend, Patrick, for instance, I'm like, Patrick likes to use the sniper and does this, and this, so I'm gonna build him a little thingy over here. And I'm like, my other friend Charlie loves driving warthogs, so let's build a cool little, you know what I mean? But like you incorporate your friends and your experiences into these builds. And I don't know, I just didn't get that feeling with No Man's Sky.
That is true. I feel like it's the multiplayer aspect. I feel like that is what really connects everything on that's what really glues it all together to make the perfect sandbox game. You can have the most amazing sandbox game ever, but if you don't have someone to play it with, I feel like then it's just no fun.
There's no point at all. No, there really isn't, exactly. So I just feel like there's a big disconnect there. But other than that, I mean, it seems like a pretty good game. I mean, it really does.
No,
I'm not gonna lie.
It's a beautiful game. Absolutely beautiful game. But it was just that one disconnect is what kind of turned it off for, I guess, the both of us. So.
Yeah. Well, either way, though, that's one thing, just going back to it, that Minecraft really hammers down, is the fact that, like, not only that, but I feel like there's no end to how many people you could play with.
Exactly.
There really isn't. So, like, the more people you add, the more the experience develops. There's no cap. There's no any of that stuff. Like, I feel like some games, like, now, I've never got too far into it, but Terraria, for instance, if you had 100 people on one map, I imagine that just become overwhelming and
Crazy. It would just become
wouldn't work.
crazy.
Exactly. But Minecraft has this thing to it. Like, if you had 100 people on a server, 20 of them would go over here and make their own town. 5 of them would go lone wolf. 10 of them would go do this. 15 of them would do that. The other... whatever amount of people would be battling wars. And if you added more people, they would just keep expanding.
Exactly.
I mean, you see it all the time on servers. It really happens literally all the time. And not only that, but like even the mini games and the game modes, for the most part, can be applied to larger amounts of people. So that you could really, I feel like Minecraft just provides that feeling of infiniteness. I'm gonna make up a word there. Infiniteness.
I mean, that's what
I made up a word. I did it.
In the Jerome Book of Rules, if the word makes sense to the human, it is a legitimate word.
Yeah, I'm not actually lying. I actually made that. That's a real rule I follow. I'll make up words all the time when I'm talking to like 2D or other friends of mine, and they'll be like, "That's not a word." I'll be like, "Did you understand it?" They go, "Yeah." I'm like, "Then it's a word."
Then it's a word. So
as long as you understand the word, it's a word. I mean,
as long as
that's how it works.
Exactly.
So infiniteness is now a word because everyone knew exactly what I was talking about.
Well, you know what? If you understand it, then you know what?
Get Webster on the line right now.
Exactly. We'll call him up. Do you have your number?
Yeah, I got my number. No, I don't.
No. Anyways, back on topic with Sandbox games. Do you have any, like, I'm trying to think, because right now the only thing that's going to my head are just the normal Sandbox games. Is there any more, like, unique Sandbox games out there that you can't, like
hidden gems?
Like hidden gems is what I'm trying to think of.
I mean, I'm sure there are. There are definitely plenty of them, but you know what would actually be pretty interesting? Let's go real quick. I know it's a little unorthodox, but let's search up on the old computer Rooney here, and let's go Sandbox games. Okay. So let's see if some of them pop up.
Minecraft pops up.
Minecraft first.
Whoa, okay. Gary's mod. How did we forget Gary's mod?
There we go. Gary's mod's another one of those where, in fact, in that game, now this is one thing, you're going to hate me for this. Okay. I love the game. I think it's a fantastic game. Don't get me wrong. But the reason I never got super hooked on it as I did like other games, and once again, beautiful game, great game, is I feel like there were too many options. Is that really crazy to say?
I feel like
too many, like too much.
I feel no, because that happens to me with a lot of games where I'll download it, I'll start playing, be like, I'm so excited to play this, and then it just hits you, and I'm like,
exactly. I just get overwhelmed,
and then you just get so overwhelmed, and then you're just like, my brain can't function. I don't know what to do, and then you just quit.
Yes.
And you're like, wow, if I really got into this, would be so much fun. But yeah, I'm not going to do it. No.
Exactly. The thing with Gary's mod is like, I play the game and I enjoy it where people have already made the game mode. So I love hopping on for Death Run. I love hopping in and playing Prop Hunt. Games that have already set up and been made, love it. Exactly. Making it myself, I know it's just not. Yeah. It just doesn't appeal to me.
Exactly.
Versus like Minecraft, where I actually like. I mean, I made the game Battle Dome, the mini game.
Yes.
Me and Mitch made that. So Beijing Canadian, I made that game in Minecraft back in 2012 or 11, maybe even 2011. We made that game ages ago, just because literally we were like, well, let's think of a cool game, and we made up this entire game from scratch. That we still. I mean, the last time we played it was about 3 weeks ago. So like, we still play the game today. And it was fun, and the thing is, like, I just felt like that need to, like, want to make my own game. But Gary's mod, there's just so many options. I just get overwhelmed, and I just go, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I'm looking at another one. These lists pops up. Now my head's full of all these crazy ideas. One right here is called The Forest. Did you ever play The Forest?
No, actually.
Okay, so The Forest is it's kind of like an Ark Survival Evolved, except it's horror themed.
That actually sounds so cool. So
instead of like dinosaurs and everything, I wouldn't say zombies, but it's zombies.
Okay, so
but you have your axe, so you can you chop down trees, you get resources, you build houses, and you also have to build traps and like survival things. And it's like this game is scary. Like this game is really scary. But the reason I didn't play it that much at the time, multiplayer wasn't implemented. I hear it's implemented now, so I might want to go back and check that game out. But I feel like it all kind of just revolves around multiplayer is what truly makes a game.
Exactly. And you know what's really interesting as well is I'm looking at the list here. I had just heard about this game probably going back about a year ago. So this is what shocks me. We mentioned at the beginning of the episode, but Roblox. Did you know Roblox apparently was made, looking at that screen over there, in 2006?
No.
It's been around for 10 years. It's longer than Minecraft.
10 years?
It's strange how a game like that can come out of nowhere and just start garnering so much popularity. But to give you guys an idea of it, me and Tootie were playing earlier today, and I hopped on this one server. It was a really cool server. It had like a Battlefield kind of feel to it. But did you catch the fine print?
No, I didn't. What?
At the bottom of the server thing where it said they had over 100 million people who clicked that like play button.
100 million people?
Click the play button. Now,
That's more
not
people that
individual.
live on the Earth.
No. Jesus Christ. No, but that doesn't mean like individual people, but that means like maybe 10 million people clicked it 10 times. You know, like we played it 2 or 3 times today, so that counts as 3. But the point is, to have 100 million people click on something, that game is massive.
That's
that game,
crazy.
and that's just one server on there. Like, actually, I don't even believe it. I'm hearing it. I read it with my own eyes. I mean, I guess it's the internet, and anyone could type anything up, and it, it's whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
But I mean, unless they're lying, and I believe it honestly, because we were on, and there was like a few. Was it a couple thousand?
There was a lot of people on there.
Yeah,
there was a lot of people on there.
So I kind of actually believe it. If you have a couple thousand people just concurrently playing.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Either way, though, that's pretty much going to do it, everybody, though, in terms of Sandbox games. Let us know what you think in the comments section. What is your favorite Sandbox game of all time? What Sandbox games do you have a lot of hope for the future? So maybe there's one that's coming out in the future, maybe one that just recently dropped. Let us know. We're really curious to see. Not only that, but we have an awesome paid promotion from Gamefly coming up right now. They were nice enough to go ahead and promote this video, so go check out that trailer at the end of this video. But apart from that, take care, my friends. Have an awesome day, and we'll see you next time. And now, a message from Gamefly. Are you ready to save money and play more games? Then let me introduce you to Gamefly.
Thanks. Couldn't see in there? Nope. Ooh, retro. Very sharp. Same time next week.
You bet.
Thank you, Larry.
Gamefly. Play all your favorite console games. Over 9,000 titles, free shipping, and no late fees. Start your free trial at Gamefly.com today. Products rated E through M.
Just go to Gamefly.com, pick out your favorite games, and have them mailed directly to your door.